The tab shortcode has 4 states, each with fade and slide options as shown here. Let's start from the top. These are called top tabs, fade, and slide. The next group are called left tabs, fade, and slide. And the last set are called simple tabs, fade, and slide. There's also an images tab, which we will get to in a few minutes. Now, let's create these tabs from scratch. Click on the tab icon within the post editor. The slider type field shows top tabs, which is the default. Next is the effect field, which defaults to fade. We're going to leave both of those at their defaults. The auto and auto speed can be left at the defaults. However, if you wanted your slides to fade or slide automatically, which would be perfect for a slideshow, this is where you would set the options. The higher the number, the faster the transition. In the tab text field, type test01. In the content box, I will use filler text that I have prepared. If you look below the content box, you'll see a link called Add One More Tab. We're going to click that twice to give us a total of 3 tabs. Now, all we need to do is fill in the remaining 2 content boxes, which I will use filler text. When we're finished, click OK. Using the Preview Changes button on the top of the screen, we will see the newly created tab navigation. Now let's close this window, go back to our example. Click on the tab icon again, but this time change the fade to slide. Everything else can remain at the default. Repeat the steps from our previous example and click OK. Using the preview button, we now have 2 tab navigation systems with a fade and a slide effect. For the purposes of time, I am going to skip the left tab and the simple tab options as they are created in the same way as the top tabs. Now, let's clear the code from our screen and choose the tab icon one last time. The last slider type, Images, is completely different from the previous 3. As you can see, there are many more options with this tab selection. Next, we will fill in the image width and height. For this example, I will choose 800 pixels for the width and 600 pixels for the height. There is no need to type the word pixel or px after these numbers. Just type them as you see them here. If you want to use larger images, then pages are the way to go, and I will show you some formatting options as we go along. For now, leave the effect at the default fade state, and in the content box, type a relative URL to the image you would like to display. The image must be hosted on your server. This will not work with images hosted on any other servers. Click on the Add One More Tab link twice, as we did previously, to reveal a total of 3 content boxes. I have already prepared 3 images and their paths, so I will just paste the paths into the content boxes. And now we'll click on OK. Using the Preview Changes button, we will see the newly created image tab using the fade effect. However, it is too big for the page. I have 2 possible choices. The first is to size the image so it fits the default page width, or change the page width to accommodate the picture. In this case, I am going to change the page width via the New Page Width option that is part of the upgrade. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the Page Template dropdown. In the drop-down menu, we will choose Full Page Width. Before we can preview the page, we must use the Update button to update the page. Now, with the page updated, click on the Preview button. As you can see, the page now accommodates the image size. Using the exact same steps we just covered, create 3 brand new tabs and experiment with the slider options, as shown here. Remember, your imagination is your only roadblock.